We have arrived somehow at a certain step. We can say we went through 7 weeks and we have somehow arrived at the 8th step. It's a sort of like when you go through a European scale of music, then you reach the octave where the bass tone, the basic tone reappears again. And it's like a little bit like the picture of a circle which encompasses everything. And that's actually what we want to try to do, to bring things together, to bring the practical exercises together and to bring the eurythmy together. We went through the system of the vowels and we want to bring them together into a sort of flow, which I will explain to you later. And my first question would be, where are you now? How did you go through the week? How did you experience the R in your practice? Do you have any feedback, anything to report, or any questions? And how did the hiding objects work? Or the finding them again? Wonderful, Christina. Thank you so much. And that's very important that we dare to think that everything what we discover is right. There's never a question, is it right or wrong? It's discovered, it's right. And it's so beautiful because then you will discover that in a way all exercises are actually in it, yeah? Because even if I don't find what I'm looking for, maybe I don't have to criticize myself, yeah, and stay relaxed, yeah. But I also have noticed, what do I want to hide? Where do I want to hide it, yeah? And in what way do I want to make sure that I can find it again? How much risk do I take? All this decision making takes place, yeah. And at the same time, it's an exercise of changing habits, huh? Because you place things differently than normal, yeah? And it's a exercise a little bit of thinking in reverse order, because you're not just putting things somewhere, but you allow that something comes back, the sense impression comes back, yeah? And imprints itself on you, yeah? And when you discover, when you find the things again and you notice, if this happens, a certain joy in you, you then discover there's a force in you which brings something to birth, yeah, which brings, like the handwriting, the changes, how they come back, yeah, to your memory. You can find something back, what you have experienced in your handwriting, exercise, this creativity you have just mentioned. That's all about creativity. And that's actually the invitation then for this week to play with it. Does it make sense, Christina, what I said? Exactly. And so you now say etheric body, and then you often say, what is it, and like this, and you can hardly define it, but it's possible to touch it. Yeah? Through this exercise you get a relationship to it. And if you just imagine that how often you say, oh, my mind, I have forgotten it, yeah? And you always speak about your head, and you know this feeling, you have done a job, you have washed the dishes and everything, and then somebody comes to visit and says thank you to somebody else and does not see that you have done it, yeah? How does your body feel, yeah? When you always say your head remembers well and you train your head, and the memory comes from somewhere else and you never say hello to it. And that's a little bit the idea, that we make contact to the forces which are at work in ourselves, and through having contact they just start to blossom and to become stronger. Yeah. Did you notice, you or others, the difference of how you can look at things? That you can, when I now put my muesli in a cupboard where I never put it, yeah, and I look at the shelf, I can look at it, or I can let the picture come in, yeah, and more have the feeling I'm here in my body and I feel how the sense impression arrives in my body, and I'm less looking, I'm not so much in the cupboard and looking there. I did not elaborate on it, but that's a little bit the secret behind these exercises, that they are based in a way on the Eightfold Path. And it's just a practical application. The right memory is the seventh step of the Eightfold Path, and remembering where you put objects is our practical exercise. And so you can find these parallelities. And when you study the Eightfold Path a little bit, then it's about what is the human being, what is the I, and the I is not just what I think I am, yeah? And a strong I is I have a strong will and I fight for it. But the I is also what lives from me in the surrounding. I can come towards myself also from what's around me, that's also me. And to discover this is that we do not have to produce our resources and our strengths, but it can stream into us, yeah? And we can become born in us. That's a little bit the secret, which the red thread through all the exercises we are doing. And the periphery, and not streaming out and losing yourself into the periphery, but becoming nourished from the periphery. Yeah, that's why the belief, it can help us also to conquer exhaustion and fatigue arose. So what's one of the main qualities of the I, if you want to find definition, that's the capacity of being relaxed, huh? Of allowing yourself, of letting go without falling down, yeah? But this relaxedness is a deep quality of inner presence. Thank you, Christina. Thanks everybody for listening. I think we go into movement, if you don't mind. Okay, Christina, can we leave it here?
Yes, thank
Good,
you.
thanks for sharing. And may I invite you to join, to work differently now a little bit. We go through a poem. Well, I wrote it, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. We go now through a sequence of movements. And if you get tired, you just sit down and watch, and you have time to pick it up over time, yeah, during the week. But first of all, basic rule, we use our senses. I take time to arrive at myself. I let my breath react. I feel my chest, and slowly I stream down along my body, through my body, and feel uprightness coming about by itself. My breath reacts, and my heels become light without me knowing why. And I allow myself to enjoy it. Let your breath react again. Make a step. Relax. Now we just address our body, our posture. We stand upright. We remember this feeling of lightness. And what you can do is that you just feel a little bit your back. Yeah, your shoulder blades, yeah, your back down to the back of your legs. And this feeling your back can even pull you back a little bit. And then you let go and come to your center. So let's do it one more time, that you just say, you stand upright and you do not move backwards. You do not lean actively backwards. You just try to perceive your back in such a way that slowly it brings you backwards. And this can create the feeling you put yourself into a sort of cushion. And you are supported from behind. And then you let go, and this letting go brings you to the middle. And even if you lie in bed like Gabriel, you just then feel your back, and in your imagination you sink a little bit deeper into your bed. Yeah? And then what we do is that we lean a little bit forward, but just by we feel our body, we feel our legs, and this makes us move a little bit forward. Yeah? And then I just relax again and allow myself to come back to the center. So when you do it this way, that again from your heart you move downward, this can activate the energy bringing you forward, which still keeps you centered. You feel a column within. Yeah, you can lean forward and even play with elasticity. Oh, so nice. And you return to your center. Let your breath react. You remember the A gesture. You feel into your left and right, yeah? You feel your hands and you slowly bring them in. And you cross them, and you feel this touching between your arms, and this touching of your arms makes you upright. You feel your body becoming straight. And this crossing can also be done somehow in your imagination. We do the crossing above the head. So you just go into your right and left. And then you bring your hands in a little bit, and in your fantasy you make your fingers longer, and then you create a crossing above your head, and somehow you even feel left and right touch each other without physically touching it. So it's like a star which you create and you make shine above your head. And then let go. And then just stream downwards, and maybe you try to do the same under your feet. You prepare your arms, you ray downwards and make the beams, the rays of your arms cross under your feet. And you feel it. And then let go. Make a little step and breathe. And maybe you remember sceneries when you are in a little lake, a pond, and you can, and in a starry night, and then you see the stars above you, that they are mirrored in the lake, and you see them far down also. So in a way, you can imagine that the star you create above is mirrored down there, and you just move from one to the other. So when we do it again, from our right and left, we go up. We create the crossing, let the prolonged arms touch each other, feel this touching and this coming the star about. And then you notice its mirror picture down there. Wow, there's the mirror picture. And you just let go. Go down. And you reinforce, you connect with the star under you. And maybe even then you feel that it's the mirror picture of the star above. The star above starts to shine again also. And then let go. And now let's take a few words with it. And the words are very simple, that when you start leaning backwards, or being brought backwards, you think being behind. And then you feel your body come slowly forward. Being in front. And then you come back to the middle and feel both. Your arms. My star above me. Connect with it. Feel it. Feel its mirror picture. My star within, below me. So nice. Just let your breath react. Make your arms wide. My angel. Feel its wings. And bring your arms in. Within me. And when we do the last sentence again, you could notice that the space within is not smaller than the space out there. The angel doesn't become smaller. Just connect with your angel. My angel. So big, so beautiful. Within me. And now we go to some basic principles from Eurythmy, the system of currents. And we do the streaming up. Streaming up. And we feel the feet. And streaming down. And we feel how this makes us grow. And then put your hands next to your body and just contract your body. Bring your arms in, contracting. And then let your body feeling become big and grow. And expanding. I can expand. Then bring your hands forward and allow yourself to stream in, receive from in front. Streaming in, receive it. And let it stream into the space behind. And streaming out. And let go. Yeah, so we go through these qualities of streaming, contracting, expanding, one after the other. And then we continued with the thought and everything also simultaneously. So we repeat, streaming up. And feel the streaming down at the same time. And streaming down. And notice the streaming up at the same time. Contracting. And now we feel the kernel of the apple, but also the big apple around it. And expanding. Let go. Expanding. And contracting. I expand, but I feel it creates my center. Streaming in. And I feel I also connect towards you. I stream out at the same time. And streaming out. And I'm not only streaming out, I'm also receiving, and I feel it. Let go and breathe. Breathing, enjoy the breathing. The countercurrents are the elements which carry our breathing, so notice how your breath reacts. And then slowly come to your heart. Then it starts. Then it begins to move. Wow. And just feel the sphere of your heart. Create an art gesture. Astonishing. Wow. Like last week, let it bring you on your heels. Create the E. Feel the touch. Touching. Dare to open, grow roots and grow heights, freeing. And from there, just let go and let your warmth stream into the O, encouraging. Let it bring you forward, but feel held. Then again, let go and let the U follow. We just stream up with the U. This is submerging, yeah? And then turn your hands inside out, let the back of the hands touch, and come down slowly at another sort of ooh, yeah? Which makes you big. And when it feels narrow here, then just expand your chest and breathe. There are A, E, O are clear, I think. And the last two U's again address the counter movements. The U is I'm going to you to arrive at myself. So just move an U gesture upwards, but have the feeling through moving your hands upwards, you are sinking into the earth. Yeah? And I'm under the surface now. And when you bring your arms together, the hands just watch into the spheres around you, into the periphery. But this periphery centers you. And when the hands go down, just feel you grow and coming up again. The last part of this meditation then it starts. Then you become moved. Astonishing. E. Touching. E. Freeing. O. Encouraging. And as a conclusion, U upwards, this is submerging and just let go. Wow. Emerging. And the realm of your chest does not become narrow. It refuses to become narrow, to be under pressure. You enjoy the width of your heart and lung. And breathe. And slowly sit down and listen to the resonance. Everything was new. You had just to look what's happening now. But nevertheless, how does the body react? What do you meet when you watch the skin of your body? Is it lively? Is there tension? Is it darker or brighter, the colors you meet on your skin? When you look into your belly, what does it feel like? Is it more narrow, concentrated? Is it very wide? Is it contained? What kind of form do you experience? What colors? When you compare it to the realm of your chest, the inner of your chest, what mood, what color do you meet there? How do you feel your feet? Which one is bigger? Which one is smaller? Which one is rooted more connected with the earth? Which one is lighter and feels higher? How do you feel your lower legs compared to your upper legs? And let your breath just flow freely. Relax, let go. Maybe new observations come. Let them come and let them go again. For the breakout rooms, I would like to invite you to go into language groups that you meet just in your 3 languages, Chinese, Indonesian, English, and maybe discuss a little bit. Where are you now, and in what way would you like to go on? What gives you strength? What would you like to do? We have another week and we will meet again. Yeah, but it's worthwhile starting reflecting on it. Because this week, I will explain it afterwards, is about combining everything what we have been doing. So it's, making something of it. And you would be free to say it was a great journey. Yeah. But if you have the feeling, oh yeah, I have discovered a possibility which I would not want to stop directly now, I want to explore a little bit more, in what way would this be appropriate for you? And this would give us a chance that when you exchange now a little bit, you could bring back to us afterwards what you would like to receive, what we could do to create what you wish. Esther, please send us into 3 groups for 10 minutes, and I'm looking forward if you want to bring something back to us. Anything you want to report back, what we could do for or prepare for next time. We will have another meeting next time where we can really share how you feel, what you do, know more new things. But is there already now anything you want to report to us? Yes, Christina.
For any questions we do have next time, can we discuss?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next time is a lot of time to discuss our questions.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Okay.
谢谢。我们小组里面有一个有趣的发现，就是我们刚开始以为
we have a very interesting finding out something. If at the beginning we thought we do Eurythmy is just like China Tai Chi, because your movement is very slow and beautiful. But after that, we found out within these 7 weeks, we have not like experience not like Tai Chi. We have Qi inside my body. No, it's not like that. But for myself, I have inner experience. This experience is overcome. Before this, I have many inner feeling problem, like very negative. So I start to open up my mind and my heart in my thinking too. So when I observe something, I start to have different view. this this kind of reflection have let me have I feel my life, I got hope in the future. This is what I experienced. Yeah, she have hope for future.
Thank you so much for sharing, and so touching. And I cannot speak for Tai Chi. It's such a wonderful art, and this all Budo arts who work with Chi and movement arts. And in a way you can say we have one body. The body consists of Chi, and when you do Tai Chi or something, you dive into the wisdom of the whole world, which is united in your body, and the Chi carries this wisdom. Yeah? And this makes your interconnection between your movements and the harmony between your movements. And with Eurythmy now, in a way you greet this system, and the additional thing is that you try to connect your soul with this world of harmony. And the belief is that this world of harmony and strength and wisdom, which lives in the Chi realm, then can help to order your soul, yeah? Your self-perception, you're dealing with yourself and what lives in your soul. And on the other hand, yeah, your soul can also enrich your Chi life, yeah? So when you say, yeah, I stop here. I only can very much value what you say. And also in Tai Chi, you have your complete soul in it. It's just you make yourself a few elements of it, bring them a little bit more in the foreground in Eurythmy, and your inner, most of the time, is very grateful for this. Yeah, thanks for sharing. And you know, you could express it better than I can, so I just repeating what you said. Yeah.
Okay. Then she said yes. Thank you, teacher Theodore. She during this experience and exercises. This is before this I practiced Tai Chi. This never happened before. For my soul, deep into my body and the harmony environment. Thank you very much, Theodore. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's not more or less through maybe being so deep in Tai Chi. This experience could become possible because you had something, yeah, you could relate, you could create this inner conversation with. Yeah. Okay. I quickly go, if this is all right, back to the screen sharing, show quickly what we could do this week. And this is, we do not bring new exercises anymore. Like in the Eightfold Path, the number 8 is the totality of everything, the state of meditation, everything flows into each other. We could now try to bring these exercises which we have practiced together. So when you do things today, sometimes briefly memorize the environment. When you write something, do it in an unusual manner. Yeah. Sometimes when you wait for a train, use it to think in reverse a little bit. Yeah. And maybe look at yourself from the outside sometimes and change a few habits. Yeah. From time to time, refrain from a little wish. Yeah. And when you make decisions, think a little bit about, what also speaking against it, to make your head a little bit helpless, and then decide with the heart. Yeah? And become your friend. Do not criticize, and especially do not criticize yourself. Yeah? Become your friend. This is the invitation. And another step would be that you discover in everything you do, all these steps are contained. So when you just, here I can stop the screen sharing, when you are doing something as an exercise and I say, okay, I change my habit, yeah, then you are positive about yourself. You say, I'm not changing my habits because I don't like the other one. No, I just want to change my habits, so I don't criticize myself. I'm not doing it in order to become better. I have to decide, what do I want to change? I have to refrain from the wish to do it like always. Yeah, when I change it, I want that something comes back. I want to have joy from it. Yeah, so this reverse process takes place. Then I do it in a way which is creative. The changing handwriting is in it, and the right memory, I let it sink into my body. Yeah, experience is in it. So discover, do these exercises, yeah, from time to time, different ones, and start, yeah, juggle with them a little bit. And second thing, discover that these elements are in every decision, in every action you take, when you are present with yourself. That's a little bit the quality of I'm acting out of myself. Then these elements are there in a quite natural way. That's the practical invitation. And yes, let's meet next week and look back how it was and discuss further questions like we've just heard now. May I invite you that we go through this sequence once again. And now, if I may, we do it one time standing and then one time sitting. Yeah? And I take the space I feel well in. I take my hands to arrive at myself. I feel my inner. I let my breath react. I stream through my body and feel uprightness come about. I feel my back being behind. I feel supported. I feel my body, I feel my front being in front, and I still feel stability. I come back to the center. My star above me, I feel the crossing. I notice its mirror picture. I go there. I reinforce it. My star below me. And the star above starts shining up again. Also. Breathing, my angel. Feel your wings within me. Streaming up and streaming down. Contracting and expanding. Streaming in and streaming out. and always the opposite simultaneously, streaming up. And feeling your feet streaming down, and feel the streaming up at the same time. Contracting and expand at the same time. And expanding. And let this create your center line. Streaming in. And feel your streaming to the surrounding, to your what's there, and streaming out. And notice what you receive through this, arriving at your heart. And breathing. Then it starts. Then you get moved. Astonishing. Touching. Freeing. Encouraging. This is submerging. It goes down. You feel like in an elevator, you sink into the earth and let go, come back. Emerging. And you feel yourself coming up again until you stand up back on the surface of earth, in the light, connected with the realm of experience. And breathe, relax, and back a step. As East and Mikan have to give another lesson in 20 minutes, I would like to apologize not to repeat it now. You have 2 videos in the course, a short version and a version with all the explanations. Yeah, actually the very first Eurythmy for You video, that's our leading theme. Yeah, that's the star of Eurythmy for You, and we call it the power of health, this movement meditation. So please allow us to sit down and take in what we have just been doing. And listen to the resonance of this. Sequence to these thoughts we let talk to you through moving them. How do you feel your uprightness? What's the grade of satisfaction you meet in your body? You can watch body sensations, but you can also ask the soul of your body, how are you feeling now? How are you doing? What does it mean to you, what we do? And when you open your inner ears, what do you hear? And to Gabriel and others who can only participate more or less or lying in bed, yeah, you can try to feel all these movements. And when you do the, for example, the ah, yeah, and the e, astonishing, touching, you can do it in such a way that you make yourself aware that a small movement can be bigger than a large movement. So when you just do with your hands a small ah, yeah, and open it, you can imagine this movement of the hands being very big, and then it's really bigger than if you would do it like this. So don't force yourself to make the movements big. Allow yourself to feel them big. That's an invitation to everybody, but it's meant as a relief to all of those who cannot move fully due to different reasons, because you can't lift your arms so easily. But then make it small and let it be felt big. I wish all of you a good week, a healthy week as far as possible, and I'm looking forward to see you again, and many, many greetings to all of those who cannot be here now. Thanks for noticing, for writing to me, and all the best to all of you.